不会因为吃花真女举老爸变强吧？
Your place is here and nowhere else, the same as it is mine. There's not of any worth to see beyond this realm besides.
Oh, I don't know, the surface is quite nice.
Oh, dearest, you've no idea what a delightful time I had while visiting you recently. So many new sights and sounds and smells, why it was wonderful. And you are burdened with a big responsibility, aren't you?
I have to tell you, Zagreus, that it was wonderful to meet with you at last. We were so pleased to learn Persephone was safe. And Nyx, why, she's as stunning as they say. Shouldn't have lied to us about your parentage, but I know things get complicated here, and that what's done is done.
It pleases me your gathering of the Olympians occurred. I must inform you, I have never once before detected quite so many of my offspring in a single space. At least not without violent intent. I appreciate that you included me, and that you have returned. Shall we continue then?
所以你的意思是说，你之前遇到你的后代的时候，大家都是充满的暴力倾向？天哪！
Oh, sorry that you couldn't make the feast back at the house, Persephone. Though I don't really think it was your kind of scene. Although Ares was there, he's probably done some murders, right?
Murder? Murder. Murder!
You know, nephew, I had a positively raucous time down there with your old father, and Persephone, was she a sight? I never thought I'd see her again. So then we're one big happy family at last. But you've a job to do, and we upon Olympus will do our fair share.
就是变成说他们辅助我们工作，他们不是辅助我们逃走。
Grandmother Demeter.
My little sprout. Young Zagreus. My grandson. I can scarce believe it still. To think that Kore, or Persephone, my daughter, she had been with foster brother Hades all this time. A match I wouldn't have expected, or approved. That's why she left. How blasted hearts do what they want.
我也不太懂他想表达的意思。
Tell you, cuz, that was a real something of a feast back at your place. A little awkward having to pretend we just met, but hey, I'm an Olympian, means I can posture with both of them. Good times, cuz. Glad it all worked out.
对啊，所以他不知道我们一直有跟其他的奥林匹斯神有在，是传讯息。我不敢说见面了，就是传讯息。好混乱哦，天哪！哦，我觉得我快被这一家人搞得一个头两个大。
Have you yet heard, monster? The Queen Persephone is back to rule the underworld in all her terrifying grace. Perhaps one of these days or nights she shall be present in the stands to witness your destruction at our hands.
这种就是标准的北七，我什么都不了解，然后在那边酸人。
Yeah, about that, she's my mother. So maybe watch your fool mouth with me, or else I might just put in a bad word.
Oh, you disgust me, demon, that you would even dare to say such things about the Queen. Prepare now to be vanquished in her name.
这也是标准的有理说不清的人。唉，不用理他了，渣哥。我真的不懂为什么牛牛会想跟随这种人呢？我是不知道他们之前是发生什么事情让他们牵绊这么坚定，可是他怎么会喜欢这种人？而且他不是慢慢不喜欢，是还是很喜欢这种人。不懂。怎么了？
Hope you enjoyed the feast with the Olympians, Charon.
哦，他也有去
We didn't have much of a chance to chat, though it looked like you and Hermes were having a good time. We'll have to do it again sometime.
If you are here, then the Olympians must still be lending you their aid, just as before. I scarce believe the Queen's preposterous idea worked. that all it took to settle an old score was a blasted family feast.
老爸太谨慎了，他是讲难听点有点悲观。
Come on, Father, even you must have enjoyed that feast to some extent. We ought to do it more often. Good thing you trusted Mother's judgment on that one. So then, to the death once more?
Indeed. To the death as always, boy. Zagreus, ready yourself.
这些应该也是老爸的一部分，他也是在工作，这防止任何要逃出去的人。这一切都是说得通的，真是厉害！明明我们做的事都一模一样。对啊，老爸是变快了，我的错觉吗？真的，我觉得老爸怎么变那么快啊？对，不会因为触发真结局老爸变强吧？我一直都在打强制加班20%，我怎么觉得这一次老爸速度特别快？完了，太快了吧！啊，完了！哇，败在这里！不甘心。
That does it. Oh, you watch this, young man. All right. No more.
快点，快点，快点！我想说不用带骨头的，带骨头就赢了，超不甘心。就刚才少中一个骷髅，少中了一个什么，也刚刚后面硬拼是拼得过的。
I heard the feast you had here. It was really something else. All the gods together in one place, eating, drinking, not killing one another. That must have been a sight.
You should have been there, Hypnos. Not that I noticed your absence, though what happened? Other pressing business?
不是在冥府里举办哦。
Slept through the whole thing.
Wow. I have to say, Mother, that was a clever plan. Convincing Father to finally let somebody have some fun around here.
Well, I'm glad it worked out for the best. There's just one thing that happened that I ought to tell you about, son. No secrets between us and all. This is quite difficult for me to say.
It's about Demeter, isn't it? You two were talking half the night. She wants you to come home with her, doesn't she? You'll always be her little one, something like that.
Oh.
Indeed.
是哦，我才知
Something
道。
like that. You're quite perceptive, have I ever told you, Zagreus? But yes, my mother, she was quite conflicted. Didn't know whether to smite me or to hold me. Maybe both. And yes, she asked that I come home. To my responsibilities.
So, you're leaving? No, Mother, you can't be leaving. You just got here.
Oh, it's not as bad as that. It's just... if we are to keep the peace down here, then I must spend some time up there.
那就还好。
Every so often. But I shall always return in no time at all. I promised Hades, and I promise you.
Well then, when are you going to go?
Soon, Zagreus. Perhaps by the time you're back.
I don't suppose I can come with you, can I?
You know the surface isn't good for you. Besides, you're needed here.
好个借口，让我们没有办法去别的场景。
Perhaps eventually we'll figure out a way.
这应该是续作了。
I'm going to miss you, Mother.
I'm going to miss you too, son.
We're all very proud of you, boy. You were so well behaved at the feast. I was worried sick one uncle or the other was going to set you off at some point, but you were patience incarnate. Thanks for helping show our extended family a good
狗狗
time.
没有心花怒放乱顽童。
Infernal Cerberus, the Hound of Hell, managed to maintain civilized behavior throughout the duration of the recent feast remains a mystery to all who attended.
This nectar not fancy enough for you, boy, is that it? You've developed quite the delicate palate at your distinguished age.
Though having little
叫声不一样，
remaining for the lightness
太
of
清淡
its
了，
flavor, the multi-headed monster of the
很勉强接受。
nevertheless accepts.
这么给面子，
So, lad, tell me then, how went the family feast?
对啊，我们到底在哪里举办啊？怎么感觉大家都不知道啊？
Well, I confess I was perhaps a little nervous for practically the entire thing, but all in all, I had a good time, and I'm very, very glad it all turned out the way it did. How about yourself?
I quite enjoyed it too. Last time I was invited to a feast, I was still busy warring on the
啊，
surface.
是哦，
That's how long it's been. I must say,
哦，他说上一次。
with words, had everybody chatting, laughing.
She really pulled it off, but for all her confidence, I don't think she knew she had it in her. Because if she did, if she reached out to Olympus sooner, a lot of things could have been different.
Don't dwell on that. I spoke a bit with Nyx. Your mother had her reasons. No one gets to act on perfect information, right? All we have is what we think we know, and what our conscience tells us. Your mother got to where all this was possible, all thanks to you.
All thanks to me, sir. I had ample help along the way. For instance, I could not have done it without you. Would have been using an old chair leg as a weapon, I suppose.
And what a fearsome chair leg it would be. In any case, you're heading out there soon. Olympus should be more than happy to assist in your security review, but that's what we're calling it now.
他们为什么要帮我们执行工作啊？这一点说不通。我虽然知道是为了让游戏可以继续玩下去。
Yeah, I should go. I'll see you not too long from now.
我才刚回来。
And you in turn.
So, I'm quite confused, I must admit, my friend. The Queen Persephone, she is your mother then? How is it that she came to reside here?
Well, it all started when my father saw her on Olympus, and they fell madly in love. He swept her off her feet and brought her here. The Olympians, they got pretty worried when they saw she was gone. But now it's okay. Everything's out in the open.
But surely the Queen's mother on Olympus, the great goddess Demeter, surely she would quite like it if she saw her daughter still from time to time.
Oh, that. Thing is, Mother ate some pomegranate seeds when she was here. And we have rules about that stuff, you know. It means she cannot leave this place for very long at all. I'm sure Demeter will understand. And unfreeze everything.
等一下，之前好像有提过这个诶，我忘记说吃的会怎么样，是就不能离开，是不是？还是就死了？不对，忘了。至于扎哥这里对乐师讲的这个口气，让我觉得是在骗他吗？还是怎样？忘了，我真的忘了。
Ah, yes, pomegranate seeds, of course, of course. Though, there is one more subject I don't understand, which is how you fit into all of this. Were you not trying to escape from here?
Forget about me, Orpheus. This isn't about me, it's about
直接回避。
What's important is she's here where she belongs.
I see. I understand. Well, thank you then for clearing all that up. It is a splendid tale, I must say.
真的是人多口杂啊。
Same goes for me, mate. Same goes for me.
It was a privilege to meet your relatives at last, child. Athena, Ares, and the rest. Confronted face to face, they were much more agreeable than I expected.
官方就不能画一个真的是大家族合照吗？我觉得好像就真完完全用文字带过而已。
Dionysus, he won't remember any of it, I don't think. But it was really good to see everyone having a good time, getting along as though they didn't hold a grudge. So then we're clear, I think.
Persephone told them everything they needed to hear. Sometimes that is the only way with family. Though the Olympians, they are prone to their misunderstandings, are they not? This state of kinship may not last eternally.
Well, let's enjoy it while it does, I guess.
那为什么奥林匹斯神可以来冥界，那冥界神不可以出去奥林匹？不可以出去冥界？为什么就我们冥界神这么特别
A sound idea.
The stalwart casks of wine within the House of Hades now are almost entirely devoid of content.
以前有这些锅碗瓢盆吗？
Thirst of the Olympians during a certain feast.
They fought bravely, but Lord Dionysus was too strong. Medusa, this whole place, it looks immaculate. That's even after all Olympus came here for that giant feast. How did you get everything clean so fast?
Well, I guess I have my ways, friends. Sometimes you get one of those jobs and you just want to give it everything you've got, you know? I get a lot of jobs like that. Feeding Cerberus, cleaning the raptors. But this one, I just knew it was the perfect job for me.
哇，所以越乱的东西的地方你越厉害，太
Well, you did amazing here.
真的。
Hello there, Dionysus.
Look, Zag, I don't entirely recall what happened at that feast you threw for
还真的忘了。
But let me tell you, I am under the impression it went smashing.
可是又
It was amazing.
又有人说
Let's have another one
很
sometime, all right?
会那个宴会其实很严肃，我不知道了。
That's what you
have to say, I had a pretty decent time with everybody at our little visit recently. Met you, Uncle Hades, even Great Achilles. Still don't quite appreciate you tricking us, but I can get over it eventually. Anyway, you still could use assistance from me, right?
谢了。牛。
Everyone's saying that the queen is back. Do you know what that means, short one?
对，我们没有跟牛提过我们家的事情。
It happens to mean quite a bit. I'm her son.
有讲了。
It doesn't mean a thing. We're still here to fight. Though for what it's worth, my mother also was a queen. May yours treat you better than she treated me. Better than I'm about to treat you here.
啊，你妈收拾了你哦。
Pardon the interruption, everyone.
So now that the festivities are over with, it's back to work like this, the same as ever.
Do you have any idea what happens when you announce the underworld as a queen, boy? Damn it. Zagreus, I mean. You become inundated with well wishes from every blasted shade that wants something.
我以为是什么严重的事情呢？
Well wishes? Aw, don't you think some of your subjects are sincerely happy for you?
The work, nevertheless, has to be done.
老爸觉得工作量更多了。
You know, after dying in some wretched manner, giving pets to my good boy sure helps me get back on my feet. Thanks for being here for me.
可是万一是被狗狗打死
Burning embers in the eyes of monstrous Cerberus, notorious hound of hell, reveal that he too is amenable to the pets of which the underworld prince speaks, and in fact is deeply grateful for the quantity of them.
Speaking of which...
哎呦，他自己上去报我刚刚没有按任何按键，我刚刚一直在推摇杆而已。哦。
There you are. She has departed once again, your birth mother, the queen. Although it was not as difficult to see her off this time, knowing she shall return.
那你头干嘛撇一边？
It must be difficult for her, returning to Olympus. She had no love for it at all. I hope she'll be all right.
希望不要变一个人了。
Do not despair. We have ways of watching over her.
那么
Not that I expect anything untoward to happen, but, well, with your family, One learns to take precautions, as you know.
什么措施？
I'll miss her.
So shall I. But it shall not be long, I think.
应该是不会对他怎么样啊。
Hey, everybody's saying Persephone. She's back? That sounds like a bit of good news there, isn't that right, hon?
Hey, she is back, and yes, it is good news, thank you. She and I have a lot of making up for lost time left to do, though I think we're off to a pretty decent start.
Well, that's a relief. And you're still here, so I guess you've got more official business to take care of, which means I've still got somebody to taste test for me every now and then.
No Zeus, of course. All right, one more time.